Last week I launched a YouTube channel and a video podcast. And if you knew where I started, you would understand just how big of a deal this actually is for me. Hi and welcome. I'm Lena and this is Queen Formation with Lena, the space for midlife women who feel like they want more in life, who feel like they've lost themselves over the years and are trying to find their way back to who they used to be, what they used to enjoy. And I have had a very difficult relationship with myself. It comes from eating disorders that I've had a big part of my life. And it made me not want to look at myself, not want to look in the mirrors, not on photos or anything. And it became, when I had kids, for instance, I have 2 girls, there aren't that many photos of me with them from when they were younger, because I tried to be behind the camera instead. And it's kind of sad now, looking back. Every time I was in a photo, I was very, very quick to notice everything that I didn't like about them. I saw it instantly. And I've also always had this really big, a lot of pressure put on myself by myself for things to be perfect, and I was never happy with anything that I did, really. And I came to a point where I felt like I didn't want to be like this anymore. And in 2019, I was in network marketing at the time, and I felt that I had to do something about this. And I wanted to be more on social media. But it's hard to post on social media when you don't want to see photos of yourself. It kind of doesn't really add up. But I found a 14-day challenge where you went live on Facebook every day for 14 days on your Facebook page. And I knew that I needed something that would hold me accountable, because I was not going to do this kind of thing on my own. So I signed up for it. And it really became clear to me just exactly how much I hated seeing myself. Because when the time came for the first video to be made, or the first live, I couldn't physically lift my finger to press the button on the phone. It was so weird. Like my whole body was fighting against me. So the whole day went, and I just couldn't. I tried, but I couldn't do it. And so it was evening when I finally decided that, okay, it's not the end of the world, just do this now. So I did it, and I was really honest also with why I did it and how extremely uncomfortable I was. But I could really see the growth that I could get by doing this. And I got so much love. I don't know what I was afraid of, because people were so extremely kind to me and supportive and was cheering me on, and they were following the whole 14 days, and it was really such a beautiful experience in the end. And I can't say that I loved it after the 14 days was gone, but I did the 14 days, and it became easier and easier for every live that I did. So after those 14 days had gone, I continued posting just to also continue to get used to seeing my face. And it has become easier. But then a few years later, we were in Portugal with Queen Formation and the colleagues that I had at the time. And we had photo shoots planned for this kickoff that we were having. And just knowing that we were going to have this photo shoot kind of destroyed the whole reason for going for me with this whole trip, because I was only focusing on how extremely uncomfortable I was having this photo shoot. It was group photos and also separate ones. And I knew that these were photos that we were going to be using a lot in our marketing. And the day came for the shoot and I had a complete meltdown. I was crying, almost had a panic attack, couldn't breathe, crying my eyes out because I was so extremely uncomfortable. But we had the most amazing photographer named Matilda, who really understood. She took so much time with me, calming me down and giving me time, and made me feel so safe. And it made the whole experience totally different. And I did it. I did all the days where we had photos taken. And I can't say the same thing here. Can't say that I loved it after. But it was the terror and the fear of it was gone now, which I was so happy about. We had another photo shoot the year after with a different photographer, and that was so much easier. And I think this is the thing, that every time you do these things, you also, I mean, most of the times, the things that you are so afraid of that's going to happen, it's not going to happen. And you have this story created in your mind that is hardly ever the reality of it. And people are kind, and when you explain things, they will help you. And just being able to do the scary things, every time you do them, you grow and it becomes a bit easier. And I also think that in my case, what has also helped me through, even though I haven't had much belief in myself before, but I have had the feeling of being held of something bigger than me. And I think that has also helped me all these years, because I lost my dad when I was 22 from Huntington's disease. And when he died, I couldn't really accept the fact that I would never gonna see him again. So I made the decision to believe in something more than this human experience. I have no idea what it is. I don't know what to call it. God, universe, spirit, divine, whatever it is, that's not important to me. What's important for me is that so many times where I have maybe felt or been alone, because also over the last years I've actively chosen to be alone quite a lot actually, but I haven't really felt lonely. And I think that this is also one of the reasons why I have kept going so many times, because I've felt safe and held by something, even if there hasn't been a lot that has been seen on the outside. And this is something that I haven't really spoken about before, because I was afraid that people would think that I was weird or didn't want to understand or try to convince me that I was wrong. But I mean, you can decide what you want to believe in, and as long as you are not hurting anyone, if you want to believe in something that will make things easier for you, do that, because it has helped me a lot. And now, especially in this whole situation where I am right now, where I'm starting over on so many levels in my life, just seeing, I have decided that when I see signs and synchronicities like angel numbers 1111, 111, if you know, you know. When I see that, it's a sign to keep going, and that I'm doing the right thing, and that I am supported by something that is bigger than me. And when I see butterflies, it's a sign from my dad that he is with me, and it makes me feel better. It makes me feel calm. I'm not hurting anyone by believing these things. So I am definitely just going to keep seeing, because I see so many signs right now. It's ridiculous. And it makes me feel less lonely. Alone. I think I'd rather say alone. So please know that you are capable of so much more than you think you are. If you want to believe in things that will make it easier for you, do it. And I also want you to reflect upon, or you don't have to, but I'm giving you a question to reflect upon if you want. Where in your life are fear still making your decisions? So where aren't you maybe doing what you want to be doing because you're afraid? What is holding you back? And if you want to go deeper into all these things that I've been talking about, we do that inside the program Unleash Your Worthy Woman that I created with my dear friend Marie. It's for the midlife women who want to understand and get to know herself on a much deeper level, so that you can find all these things that are really you, and start to create a life that you really love. That was what I was gonna say. But thank you so much for being here, for supporting me, and I really look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Lots of love.